equally, my name is Karen Streeter, and I'm a licensed school psychologist. And I have been in school psychology for 20 years now. I started when I was 2. So,
well, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
And your eyebrows are snatched to the guard.
I will show my
Snatch mine. Snatch mine.
So I've been very fortunate to be able to work in several different capacities, not only as a school psychologist, which I do now in private practice, but I've also had a chance to be an educator on the collegiate level, also a consultant on a national level with the Success for All Foundation. And over the years, I've just learned that people have a lot of really interesting issues and problems, including myself. And one thing that I noticed was that Dr. Phil and a lot of these other mainstream media types, they don't necessarily address those issues in a way that I think is comprehensive or respectful or non-judgmental. Because, basically if you're coming and you're saying, listen, my daughter's on the pole, he is going to talk about she must stop being a stripper over and over again, rather than maybe she's made that decision and maybe she's not going to stop.
Right.
So now what?
Right.
What do you do from that decision? Because even though people aren't making decisions that we like, still we can try to direct them in the best way we can. Like, save your money, girl, because you can't be on the pole for the rest of your life. Things like that. So those are issues that maybe people don't want to talk about, that you will not find on Dr. Phil. So I want to talk about those issues that specifically usually address those of us who are in an urban environment. Because what you don't want to do is to stereotype anyone, and to make assumptions that because you're a baby boomer, you don't understand technology, or because you are part of the millennium, you're not sensitive enough to understand someone who is in the twilight years of their lives. So you always want to look at the individual, and you want to ask more questions than make comments. Whenever you're asking questions and you're open to the answers, that's what leads to understanding. So what you don't want to do is just say, well, this person, they're part of the millennium people, so I know that they're going to be quiet and all they're going to do is text, and they don't have great communication skills. Of course, you want to educate yourself as much as you can about that era, so that you will know the history behind that particular generation and maybe the culture from which they come. But you want to look at each person as an individual, and you want to take the time to know them as a person. We really want to speak to about that perceived being gay. We really have to watch that, because what happens is when you put somebody apart from everyone else, just because, for an example, a woman has masculine traits or a man has feminine traits, does not mean they are homosexual.
Absolutely right.
And so we need to stop putting labels on people and let people label